Good morning, and welcome to a very special edition of United Way for Southeastern Michigan's What's the Word Wednesday. I'm Tanya Adair, the Chief People, Equity, and Engagement Officer, and today I will be joined by my colleagues to discuss our upcoming annual Run United virtual marathon event and how it makes a positive impact on students in Southeastern Michigan. Before we kick it off to discuss the event, I want to give a big thanks to our event sponsors, Stellantis and Bosch. These partners have participated in the annual event and have made investments to support our organizations expanding our reach each year. We are truly grateful for their support. Now, I would like to welcome one of our amazing Run United co-chairs, United Way's Director of Corporate Relations, Audrey Walker, to give us a brief overview of the Run United virtual marathon. Take it away,
Thanks,
Audrey.
Tanya. I'm excited to be here with you. I know a little bit on the other end this time. I'm familiar with What's the Word Wednesday. I'm so glad all of you are joining us. I just wanted to give a brief background to our experience with Run United and then kind of how it looks today and how you all can join. So in 2016, we became a charity partner with the Detroit Free Press Marathon and had just a handful of runners supporting United Way for Southeastern Michigan. And since then, the event has grown very largely. We've always been a partner in that race. And of course, last year, some things changed. So the race went virtual and we decided that we would do a virtual race along with that to support the many runners that have been with us from 2016. And we kind of changed the rules a little bit. So we wanted to make sure that everybody could participate and join. And so with our virtual marathon, you really have the opportunity to complete those 26.2 miles in a span of 30 days. And this way, seasoned runners and marathoners can join us. And also anybody who wants to join along, maybe completing 1 mile a day or a couple miles in a week to get outside, get out of your houses, get some fresh air, and get some exercise and really enjoy the event along with everyone else. So that was one of the key things that we learned from last year. It was one of the key successes. And one of the reasons why we're continuing with our 30-day virtual marathon again this year. And we did have a lot of success. So previously we had about 150 runners in the marathon. And then when we went virtual last year, we had almost 650 people participate with us, raising around $200,000. And it was so exciting because one of the things that we decided to support with these efforts was really making sure that students in our community were connected to technology in those crucial times of people and students having virtual learning. And we were able to support almost 900 students being equipped with the technology they need, internet help, just really supporting students to say, we want you to continue to be successful, be thriving. As you know, at United Way, the three of the things that all of our work supports are stable families, thriving children, and equitable communities. And this event really encompasses all of those things of reaching those goals. So we are excited for this year. Currently for 2021, as registration has already opened, we have over 184 people registered with us. So that's very exciting. We've raised already over $13,000 and have already supported 134 students in really making sure they have the materials and resources as students return back to school to in-person learning. So it includes connection to a lot of the resources that we help provide, PPE, and continuing the campaign of getting students connected to technology. We have a lot of our corporate partners involved having their own teams. So 3M, Bosch, Comerica, Ford, Hollingsworth, IHS Market, One Magnify, PwC, United Way. We have our own team, of course. And then I, just want to lift up Team Jeep once again. They've really been a cornerstone supporter and driver of this event. Last year, they had over 300 participants, raising, I think, $140,000. And they've always been behind it. And last year was, not out of the norm for their support and really making this event thrive. So I just want to mention how you all can participate. So if you recognize one of those team names that I just mentioned as your employer or company that you work for, when you go to register, you're going to click on a link and it'll mention if you want to join one of those teams. So if that's your employer, click and join one of those teams. If not, there's an option as you as an individual to sign up as well and join along with all of us. So we would really encourage you to do that. Our goal is to try to have everyone registered by September 1st. So we've got about a week to go, maybe 2 weeks, but really trying to get everyone registered by September 1st because we have a virtual kickoff coming up on September 15th. Where from 5 to 5:30, our team and committee have a lot of rah-rah and fun and camaraderie of getting everybody who's signed up and registered for the event, everything that you need to participate and succeed. It is a fundraising event, as we've mentioned. You can set your own fundraising goal on the website when you register. I always suggest a goal of $500 is a great target for you to strive for. Last year, our top fundraiser raised almost $6,000 on her own. So it's definitely doable. And, we'd love to see who you can get involved as well. Invite a family member, invite a friend. Maybe you're able to go out for a walk with a friend now. We would just really love to have your participation for that. So the link is in the chat. You can get signed up right now and we can have a lot of fun together, completing these miles, fundraising for this great cause, supporting students in our community. And one last story to share. So last year, the timeframe was very similar, September 15th to October 15th or 16th. And around Thanksgiving, there was an email that got sent to one of our team's captains from somebody who participated in the event last year. And they said, I'm really thankful for the Run United event because it made me feel so connected to other employees in my company since everyone was working remote, to people in my community, and to my family because we walked every day together. And it just was something that I thought was so heartfelt from the event of why somebody would participate and run. And so I hope all of you find your why of why you want to participate and run as well.
Audrey, thank you. That was amazing. I know for me, I was able to participate in the last virtual marathon and it was awesome. I would not have participated in a marathon otherwise because I'm not a runner. As you probably already know, but this allowed me to truly feel connected as well. I was able to post my pictures while I'm walking. I was able, you can run, you can walk, you can skip if you want to. So it was truly amazing to be able to participate and to say I finished a marathon. It was really a great experience. So thank you for that background information. And what an amazing lineup that you mentioned with all of the corporations that's already involved. So I know this information will help our viewers understand more about this event and register to participate. We know it's very important not only to join an event, but really think about the why, as you mentioned, the why behind it. Why do you want to participate and join us? To share her why with us in another one of our colleagues, Hillary Ledoux. Hillary works in our early childhood department and is doing an amazing job as a screening and referral specialist and has participated in this event for the past 3 years. Welcome, Hillary. Let's hear your why.
Thank you, Tanya, and thank you, everyone. I'm happy to be here. I'm going to be sharing how I started running, why I keep running, and why Run United is important to me. So I started running a little over 13 years ago with fitness goals in mind. Growing up, I was never very athletic and I really hated running, but my college roommate suggested that I give it a try. And for some reason I listened to her and we trained together for the Detroit Turkey Trot 10K that year, which is the race that occurs before the Thanksgiving Day parade. I'd never run more than a mile straight without stopping. So doing 6.2 miles without stopping, which is the 10K distance, felt very daunting, but we did it. So what I learned through working through that training plan was that I actually really love the sport of running and the feeling that you get at the starting line. So I set my sights higher and decided to train for a half marathon, which I completed my first half marathon in 2011. And I've run at least one every year since then, and conquered the Detroit full marathon in 2018. I worked at it for a really long time. I cried like a baby at the finish line because it was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it was still the most rewarding thing I've ever done. Some things that running has taught me, it's less about fitness now than when I started, even though that's part of it. It reminds me that when things are hard, if you work through it, you are definitely stronger for it in the end. Tenacity and stubbornness can take you a long way, especially in this sport. Getting outside in fresh air is just perfect medicine for your mind and your body and soul and spirit. And that the running community is just an incredible group of people and fast friends who, like everyone else, had to figure out how to be together virtually in 2020. So enter Run United 2020. The 2020 Run United events were so fun and life-giving, especially in a year when we are separated. It gave us a way to come together safely and work towards a similar goal. Running can oftentimes feel very individual because even if you're with friends during a race, it's still your own body who's carrying you over the finish line. And I feel like Run United took what was an individual thing and brought together community to work towards a goal outside of yourself. So last year, we really came together and raised support for students who really needed it after having a very tough year in 2020. So children and families have been my career focus since graduating college in 2008 and being able to marry it with something that I love, like running and being outside, is just like the best. So if you're a runner or you're a walker or you just need an excuse to get outside and get some fresh air, I strongly encourage you, and I hope that you will join us take this leap and join us for Run United and join a community to help support students who really need it. So I thank you, and I will hand it back over to Tanya.
Thank you, Hillary. Such an inspiring story. As I mentioned earlier, this event supports the work of United Way, ensuring children and students in our community are thriving. Although the need for tech and internet resources was heightened by the circumstances of virtual learning, the issue of digital inequity was nothing new during that time. Students all over Southeastern Michigan were already experiencing a digital divide, whether by inconsistent access to the internet or a lack of proper technology for their school assignments. Now, with students returning in-person learning, this fall, we see an opportunity to expand our efforts across the region. Funds from this year's 2021 Run United event will support students by providing resources for My Home Library, PPE that's needed, backpacks, TI-84 graphing calculators, and continuing to close the digital divide. I want to tell you about last year. United Way, with your help, with efforts from across the region, from all of our many partners, We had plans to invest $3.6 million in Detroit to provide more than 33,000 students with access to laptops, internet access, and other digital supports. And our work continues to support these efforts. Returning to the classroom will be stressful. We already know that. This experience for some of our students, but you can help us reduce that stress for students and their families. That's all the time we have for today, but I hope you enjoyed learning a bit more about the Run United Virtual Marathon and the work we're doing to support students return to in-person learning this fall. We hope you join us and sign up at unitedwaysem.org/rununited. You can find the link in the chat box. As a reminder, for those of you who may be experiencing a need, our 211 helpline remains available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We maintain a running list of available services in the community and can connect you to the resources that you need. We are off next week, but please be sure to join us right back here on Wednesday, September 8th. We will be joined by Michael Senti, the Department Director of Integration at Wayne Metro Community Action Agency, to give us an update on eviction protection. To see our previous town halls and more upcoming topics, please visit unitedwaysem.org/virtual town halls. The website is also included in the chat box. Thank you again, everyone, and please stay safe.